Uh, Here we go. Okay, so it's gonna be facing this way. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna have to shift this over. Why do you always wait until I get on live to show up in this living room over here? Why are you even over here now? No, Justin, you know exactly what I was about to do because we talked about it beforehand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not dealing with it. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Thank you. Actually, my birthday was yesterday, but I'm going to continue on this trend, bringing you live streams since I am not in the avenue to actually post any videos. Well, I can't really record much, so I'm just going to be posting these. I'm just going to be doing live streams over this weekend. So even like tomorrow when I go to my friend's house, well, I don't even know what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing some live streams tomorrow too. It's just going to be like a little chronicle sort of situation going on. So yeah, look out for those, I guess. Hello, I see Darian and Rachel. You follow me on Instagram now, right? I think I don't know if you're the same Rachel. Now, I can't deal with this. Anyway, so a few things have been going on lately. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I don't, well, I do understand it, but I just don't understand like a lot of people's reception. A lot of people are still like kind of defending bull crap. And there's just a lot of mess going on right now. Um, so first thing is, of course, Bill Cosby. All right. So they finally, they finally came to a verdict, and he was guilty on all charges. Okay, so what was it? Three different charges or something? But he was charged multiple times with multiple people, and he got every single charge. And so they're sentencing him to like 30 or something. I'm just like, is he gonna last two? It is what it is. But at the same time, you do the crime, you do the time. To me, I'm just like, is it? I mean, yeah, he's not above the law, but in my opinion, I'm just like, okay. I would have made his life like I would have made him like more uncomfortable in other ways rather than just sending him to jail. Um, because at this point, he's kind of like he's withering away. Just like I don't know what you could actually do to. I mean, I guess for the victims, it's good for them to see that something is actually happening to him. That he's actually getting punished, which is great. It's really weird how you still have people over here defending him, though. I'm just like, guys. I mean, they found the evidence and everything led to him being guilty. So, what can you really do at this point? I mean, come on. But that's just my take on it. But I really do have an issue when people, like to defend like others who are, have been accused by multiple people for doing something and they just don't want to see it. They just don't want to believe it. I don't know exactly what it is, but you still have a lot of people defending him and R. Kelly. I'm just like, why? Why are we still defending R. Kelly? That man, there needs to be something. There needs to be something that happens to him. He needs to be in jail a long time ago. And the fact that he's been able to, get out of every single situation, every single like person that comes out and starts, talking about how he's having like these like sex cults and all this other craziness going on. He does not get any type, like nothing, Nothing. That whole thing with the girl, with the and the video, like the fact that they're able to avoid the law is just ridiculous to me. And the fact that you have these people out here who defend them. I love her so much, but I gotta call out Kiki Palmer because she was one of them. She recently had a Breakfast Club interview, and she was saying, they got on the topic of victims of sexual assault and whatever because of that whole thing that happened with her and Trey Songz, that weird thing when she like hid in the closet or something, and they were trying to record her. And so then they brought up, R. Kelly, and she's like, "Oh, don't talk about my man Kels." I'm like, hold on. You just said that, women should come out and tell their stories if they feel like they've been, harassed sexually or otherwise. And then you're defending one of the most accused sexual assaulters, or if that's actually a word, assailants. Is that right? I don't even know. I'm tired right now, so I could be I could be like completely like off the wall crazy right now. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like it doesn't make any sense to me that it's like all of these people are out here defending people who they they operate in like morally gray areas. And somebody is like texting me and asking me. Okay, so yeah, it's weird how stuff like this is happening. I'm like making sure that I'm not getting any important texts. Anyway, all right. So from there, I want to kind of like fold in and just talk about Kanye real quick, just because it's been weird what's been going on with him too. Now, I don't agree with everybody like going out here and saying that he has a mental condition and he's going crazy and stuff. Like I've been watching like some talk shows, and especially Wendy Williams. They've been talking like she's been kind of talking about him like oh, there's something really wrong with him. There's something. I'm like, it's not that we can see signs, but it's also not good to psychoanalyze somebody when you really don't know their situation. And with him, it looks bad. It looks bad, and a lot of people, they say, yeah, he can have his own opinion, but then yeah, so can we. We can have our opinion about his opinion. And they don't see like they're like, oh, he can have his own opinion. Why are you guys going so crazy over? Because we can have our own opinion about it as well. I think that it's it's hypocritical to suggest that free speech is a thing. Yes, free speech is a thing for everybody. If you want to say that free speech is a thing, then we can refute everything that you say because of free speech. Okay, so the fact that he says that he supports Trump and that he is like, Trump is his brother and he's all for Make America Great Again, and he got his hat signed and all this stuff, and he up here looking like a daggone black redneck. We can all disagree with that, and it's fine. That's just part of being an adult in American society, in American society. We can disagree. And we can call him out on BS. And yeah, we can call him out on BS. First of all, he's completely kind of changed the way that he views politics and stuff, because you remember years ago when he said that George Bush doesn't like black people. And let's be clear about something. George Bush was never open about his racism. Do we think it's there? I thought it was there. Definitely, I thought it was there. Just from the way that he would react to certain situations if they involved people of color would be very, very different from the way that he, looked at things that involved people who are white. Fine, but he was never completely open about his, his views on people of color and black people specifically. Trump goes out and says a whole bunch of nonsense and like just he's been the center of a lot of issues concerning Black people, and of course saying things that are very demeaning to Black people and people of color in general, people of different ethnic backgrounds. He's just not somebody um, who's completely accepting of everyone. And of course, he supports a lot of his policies that he stands behind are against minorities, people of color, and the LGBT community. So the fact that you stand behind this man and you say, you support the whole "Make America Great Again" campaign, the whole, you get on this bandwagon with everybody else, tells me that, it looks bad from the public's point of view. It looks bad because it's making it seem like you also support his policies. Not that you have to agree with every single thing that every, politician stands behind. Like, you don't like every single thing about your best friends, but, majority of what they represent is, kind of what you like about them. So in my opinion, it's just like, you have to be careful about who you choose to associate with, especially when your audience, when your audience is a specific demographic. I mean, we're talking mostly Black people who have followed him and who have sustained his career up until now. And, most Black people feel very, very threatened by the Trump administration, feel very victimized by the Trump administration. My face looks so fat. I need help. This is the angle I'm shooting from, but oh my God, my face looks so fat. Not like I haven't been like working out and stuff. It's maybe, I don't know. It's not muscle. Like I can feel it's fat. It's so fat. But yeah, I mean, we have to be careful all in all about who we choose to associate with. But in Kanye's case, it's a little alarming. It's just a little bit alarming. I don't know exactly, I mean, honestly, I couldn't care less. Somebody did ask me to talk about it, though, and to be very clear about that, somebody did ask me to talk about that. And while we're talking on that, it's sad that, oh God, why am I getting all of these messages? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what was the one thing that's really, really sad that I like completely forgot about the one thing that I was going to mention. I always do that when I get on here. I should like write notes for myself so that I don't forget. But it was something that my mother had mentioned too. And it was something that was like kind of like really, really important. Oh man. Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, so it doesn't seem like there's like that many people on right now. I know it's like Friday night and people are mostly out. See, I'm going out tomorrow, so it's like I'm pretty much stuck in my house tonight. It's really weird. But I don't know why, like, I think I wrote it down and I didn't actually type it into my notes. And that's the reason why I forgot, because it was something that I picked up on yesterday when I came home from dinner. I went to TGI Fridays for my birthday. That was like really interesting for me because I haven't been there in so long. They changed the menu so much. Now, Joyride. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for those of you who who will pick up on this later, because I know a lot of you guys like watch my you watch my lives after they've already gone off, the air. There are still some people who are going in about Joyride and saying that it sucks and stuff. It doesn't suck. Let's be completely clear about the fact that Joyride is actually a good album and it's a solid album. It's just not catering to the audience that her label probably wants it to cater to, and they want her to be this specific artist, and she's just not. And I really hope that they get it together for her because her career is going to go. It's going to continue to tumble down until she really honestly can't pick it back up. So I really would urge for them to just make sure they listen to what the fans are saying too, because they're like her diehard fans. They know exactly what her music is about. They know about her artistry. They know what she likes to do, and they should pay attention to the songs that we really, really like. Like, you know, off this Joyride album, a lot of people liked Salt. A lot of people like Fires and Flames. A lot of people liked Ooh La La. I mean, people like the slower songs and like the more meaningful songs than like the turn up songs like Me So Bad and what's it? No Drama. I mean, those songs are fun, but we like deeper stuff. Like Joyride is actually a really good song. I like how low she sings in that song. But yeah, I mean, like it's a good album. Darn it, there was something else too. I'm like so at a loss for words today because I've been like up since very, very early this morning. I think it was like 5 or something. And I have yet to actually get any type of sleep, which I actually have to work on getting because my ass is getting up at 6 in the morning to go to Philly. I was supposed to go tonight, but my mother ended up taking an extra shift at work, so I have to now stay. So my brother, you know, I gotta stay with him, and then I'm gonna, you know, leave out here in the morning. Oh, that was weird. So yeah. We it was an email that somebody sent to me. I think it was 2 days ago, and they had wanted me to talk about something. For some, I don't know why. Like my emails, and you try to send me an email, like kind of be sure that you're sending it to the right one, because I do have 2. My personal email, I just use the email that I use for this channel is Tilsad M. The Complex article was really shady, but it stated some facts. I loved her clapback. Her clapback was good. I did like her clapback. What was it that she like? I forgot now what she said though. She said, what the hell? Oh no. That's a shame. That's a shame. Maybe I put it. I think I put it on my thing. It doesn't matter. All I know is that people need to stop coming for her like that, and also people need to stop coming for Michelle. I don't know why I saw so many like poor Michelle. Like, why are we still doing poor Michelle? That is so played out. And if you're still talking about some poor Michelle in 2018, then you really need to get some business because Michelle is doing what she's doing. She's getting her money. She's appearing on. I mean, listen, she does what she got to do, and it wasn't that bad as everybody's saying. Like, it's ridiculous. Um, I did reply to this one chick that was like, notice how Michelle slowly fades from the pictures. You know, Kelly posted these photos on her Twitter and Instagram, and they were like doing like toasts with champagne and stuff. And you notice like Michelle, she's like halfway out of the photo in one of them, and then in the next photo, she's completely out of the photo, and it's just Beyonce and Kelly. And this person was saying, notice how Michelle slowly fades from the picture. I'm like, okay, y'all seriously needs to cut it out. It's so played out at this point. Okay. But then she replied, but according to my mentions, it's still funny as fuck. I'm like, okay, but that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it like it's still not cool. But it is what it is. I don't really care. I just wish that what? Uh-uh. I'm sorry, who is Mason Ramsey? I just got a text about him. Is he like some country child? Oh Lord, never mind. We're getting no. Don't even mention who this person is. I don't even want it. I don't want it. All right. So, it's so weird that I can't find that email now because I completely forgot what the actual like topic was, but it was something that I really wanted to talk about. This is so weird. Oh, I'm getting a check on Monday. Yes. I'm gonna start getting residuals soon. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be. I gotta save it though. This song is good though if you like country music. Well, I don't, so I'm not listening to it. Speaking of country music, Carrie Underwood. Okay, why? Okay, okay. So the thing happened with her face. So she face planted on the ground, and she had to have stitches put in. And she looks fine. I mean, you can see a little bit of scar, a little bit, but she did a good job. Like the doctor did a good job putting her back together. But I feel like she's milking it a little bit too much. Like, why are you front page on the daggone thing? Like, why? We want to hear more music. We don't want to hear about you getting like 40 stitches in your face. We feel bad about what happened. It's unfortunate. However, are you going to do a reaction to Dirty Computer in motion picture? What is that? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. What are you doing? Yeah, let me know what that is. I have no idea what that is. It's weird. Oh, it's Janelle Monáe. Why did I think it was something else? I thought it was called something else. Yeah, no, I definitely want to take a look at Janelle Monáe's stuff. I haven't had the time. I'm probably not going to have the time until Monday or Tuesday because right after I get back, like I'm coming back from Philly on Sunday morning and I work Sunday afternoon and then I work Monday morning. So I'm not going to be able to really do anything until like after work Monday and maybe post Tuesday. I think that's how my schedule works. Listen, the closer I get to the summer, the more I just want to be like just done with the work. Like I just want to do music every day. I wish I could just do that. Anyway, the day that I can quit my job. Let me not. Some of my coworkers watch my channel. So So yeah, no, I really do want to check that out because I actually do like Janelle Monáe. I I don't know why I haven't been like completely on point with her. Although I do like what they did with her with the Black History Month, like they like push it out to this to like a couple months later or whatever, or like they're just doing it with Janelle Monáe, and like even after February ended, she was still doing stuff with them for Black History. So that was cool. We need some more stuff like that. Oh, somebody had every single time. I think he makes this more entertaining, honestly. I don't understand. Oh, Ruby is coming back. What? Hold on. What the hell? Apparently, they're getting stuff. I don't know why I just like segued onto this. Probably. I should probably like revamp this and talk about stuff like that because I can't find the one story that they were trying to get me. Darn it. So irritating. Now, see, this is some bull crap. I want to see myself. It's weird. So, Justin. Justin, I can see you. Do you watch Ruby Chibi? I do. I mean, I watch all of Ruby. The only thing is, I'm not talking about Meek Mill, so that's why I'm taking him off of the daggone title. All right, save changes. Wait a minute. All right, so I'm saving that. We're going back. Now, episode 9, a Snowbird episode. Snowbird. Is that Winter and Crow? That's what I thought. Crow and Winter. That actually a lot of people ship them, but then of course you have people saying that he only winked to mock her or something. No, there's something there. I feel like there needs to be something there. If there isn't something there, that. Yeah, so I do watch Ruby. I actually did not catch this last season of Ruby Chibi, mostly because I I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just I don't know. I was just completely preoccupied. But I do catch up with the Ruby. I don't know how I feel about. They need to do something completely different with Volume 6. It's supposed to be coming this fall. I don't know what the heck. Like the end of 5 was not. I don't know. I just had so many more questions. That, like, is Cinder dead? Because if she is, thank God we don't need her. Honestly, she's such a boring character in my opinion. Such a boring character. I really couldn't. I could not really get with her. But yeah. So those of you who don't know anything about Ruby, you should really check it out. Ruby is actually pretty good show. And the thing is, it's like it's been on a little bit of a slippery slope, and I have to be completely honest about this. Ever since, unfortunately, Monty passed, it seems like they don't really know what they want to do with each of the characters. It's like I don't know. Some of them need like really like huge development and they're just not getting it. And I don't just like I just don't get, I don't know. It is what it is. I'm gonna still continue to watch because I actually do like the character like I like the show and I do like a lot of the characters. Weiss is my favorite. Um but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can see it for Ruby for another like 2 or 3 seasons. Like I don't know. I mean, as long as they have a huge fan base, Snowbird needs to happen. They need to make Ruby a better protagonist. Blake needs to win a damn fight alone. Yeah, I noticed that Blake has yet to win a fight on her own. Um, I mean, except against Roman Torchwick, like that on the train that one time. That's the only fight that she won by herself. And it was only really honestly thanks to Weiss and her dust, so that she could I mean, she probably could have done it without, maybe could have done it without, but it was, the shock factor of having the dust with her semblance is the reason why she was really able to win. So we thank Weiss for that. But at the same time, she really hasn't she really hasn't won her own fights like that. Um, well, because they were together at the time, so I see why like a lot of their fights were together, like her and Sun. Um, but at the same time, like Blake should be fine on her own. She's for someone who is such like a loner and an introvert. She spends a lot of her time fighting with other people, and I find it very ironic that she does. It's funny. With Ruby being a better protagonist, there's a lot of different like opinions of that. There's a lot of people who say, oh, she's kind of like, um, she's kind of like internalizing everything and not allowing it to really stop her from doing what she wants to do. Which I can see that because I'm a little bit like that. Like I tend to internalize a lot. However, in my opinion, um, that sort of a thing can't go on forever. There's going to be a point in time where you completely break down. Also, it's funny how and I was watching this video, this guy, I think his name was like, um, Vex something. And he pointed out a very good point. Like he pointed out a very good point. He pointed out a, very interesting thing is that she's never actually asked about her silver eyes and the abilities that come with it. Like why? Like it's always been mentioned in conversation, but she herself has never actually asked about where it comes from, its origins. She never talks about it. So I'm just like, are you really interested on learning how to control it? And in a way, she's not a Mary Sue. A Mary Sue is someone who can never, literally, can never be like taken down or whatever. She does have a lot of negatives to her character, a lot of weaknesses. One of which being she can't fight without Crescent Rose. I don't care what anybody tells me. She still can't really fight hand to hand. She just got lucky. Um, and also, she has no control over that silver eye ability. And it is, it's, I don't know. But I'm not really somebody who really cares too much for the main protagonists of most series. Like in this series, Weiss is my favorite character. In the Sonic series, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Knuckles is he is my favorite character, not in Boom, but he's my favorite character overall. I never cared for Sonic. I thought that he was a little bit of a jackass. Um, never cared for Sonic, and you're like Shadow. Um, That was like my third favorite character after Blaze. I wish they would give more like attention to Blaze. I like her as a character. Um, but back to the Ruby. Yeah, yeah, no, I can see what you're saying. She's less character development, but they continue to make her stronger. She's becoming more like a bad anime character, power-ups instead of character development. Now, there was somebody who said that My Hero Academia is like the better version of Ruby because the main protagonist actually has lots of weaknesses that he has to work on, and throughout the series he's working on them and becoming stronger while also facing certain things about himself that he has to change. And it's good. He's a good protagonist. What's his name? Midoriya. I think that's his name. um, they call him Deku. But yeah, I can see where the kind of issue lies with this kind of a show, because when you're looking at it, yeah, Ruby technically is the main protagonist. The show is technically called Ruby. She has like she's in every episode. Like there's not one episode that she's not featured in. And she's always kind of the one that holds everybody together. But at the same time, that's usually not your main character. There's usually like a more of a side character that's kind of like the glue that holds everyone together. It's like Ruby was written as a side character, but given the screen time as a main protagonist. And that's like the main issue. Like I would have been more content with like a Weiss or Jean even being the lead protagonist in this, because somebody that has had a lot of character development and has improved immensely over the time of the last couple of volumes. Um, so it's really sad that your main protagonist is the one that's looked at the least as far as character development goes. So I can see where there's a problem with that. Now, I don't know what they're planning for Volume 6, but they have acknowledged seasons 1 and 2 were her seasons, but she has fallen off. Right. And season 3 was a chance for her to actually change, to actually have some development. And all through season 4, she could have been kind of learning and kind of thinking about the way that she wants to actually go in life, like what path she wants to take in. The rest of them have thought about those things. She is the only one who kind of still has this romanticized idea of being a huntress, when in reality, it's like a job and it's something that is serious. It's not always like fun and games and stuff, and it's not always like just a fun time at work. No, there's going to be times where you literally have people's lives at stake, and you have to make sure that you make the right decisions so that those lives are not lost. Um, so yeah, hopefully in volume 6, like they know exactly what they need to do. Hopefully in volume 6 it gets done, but you cannot wait too long, because the problem is when you wait too long to develop a character, they become completely irrelevant at that point, and then it becomes like forced. You had a chance, like the best time for you to actually change up Ruby's character and to develop her character more was season 4. You failed at season 4. Season 5, she's literally doing she's doing pretty much nothing throughout season 5. Like, what does she really do but sit on her ass and eat and complain about stuff? Like, she really didn't do that much at all in season 5, except towards the end. But then even then, she really wasn't like a key player. Um, Not really. I feel like Weiss and Blake and even Yang did more than Ruby really did. Jean did more. I mean, he was able to pretty much bring Weiss back to life. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, hopefully in Volume 6, they'll get it together and they'll actually start developing her character the way that she should be. Because she has the potential to be a really good like protagonist. It's just that they kind of let her slip through the cracks. I still miss Pyrrha. I do too. Pyrrha was one of my favorite characters. And I feel like they really could have done something like magnificent with her. But then she was also kind of a Mary Sue character in that, she didn't really have a lot she didn't really have that anywhere else to go. Like, she was already up here when everybody else was down here and building up. She was already pretty much here. The only flaw I feel like she really had was that she was kind of socially awkward. She didn't really have, like, that many friends, around her until, like, at that point where she was with, like, Team Juniper and the members of Team Ruby and stuff, and she built those kinds of relationships. But being like a star, a star, like, warrior or whatever, she never really had that many people around her. So that was like her one, like, issue, but she didn't really have anywhere to grow. So I feel like that's probably the reason why they decided to take her out. Um, because let's be completely honest. If she didn't die, half of them would not have their motivation to press forward, and and then all the others, it would be kind of an easier time with Pyrrha. Pyrrha is probably one of the best fighters. It would have been like an easier time, Volume 4 and Volume 5, if Pyrrha was still around with Team Juniper, and it would have been Team Juniper and Ruby. It would have been a very different outcome, in my opinion. So in my opinion, yeah, she kind of needed to die. I don't know about Penny, but Penny's death led to everything else, and so that's what led to Pyrrha's death. Because if Penny didn't die, then it wouldn't have, like, kind of brought the grim to the borders. And then, of course, um, yeah, yeah, Penny's death was what brought them, what brought the grim in. But anyway, so I, like, got this, like, big tangent with Ruby. Um, but Ruby is actually it has the potential to be a very, very great show. It's just that they have to pay attention to, like, a lot of these little details. If you miss out on these details, then your show is going to fail. But that just leaves us to this. I really miss Monty. Penny was a robot, didn't care, rebuild her. They might Hey, I've been thinking about that for a while though. They might rebuild Penny. I've been thinking about it. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, the problem with Ruby is the villains too. None of the villains really have it. Cinder is so boring. You'll know what you need to know when you need to know it, or whatever the heck she says. I'm just like, okay, just whatever her name is, Jessica Negri. Girl, come on. The delivery of those lines are just so monotone. Like, oh, you just this and that, and she's like, I know you have the Spring Maiden. I'm like, what kind of cringy mess is that? I honestly, when I first heard her, I'm just like, okay, she sounds menacing, but I'm not buying what she's selling. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird to me. I'm like tired now. That's weird. But yeah, I don't really get it. It honestly did not phase me at all. I'm not. Oh God, I hate that I'm so hungry. Like, doing these hit workouts makes me. Do you think Bumblebee will happen? Not while Sun's around trying to get up in the. Do I think Bumblebee will happen? No, I don't. Well, Maybe there's a chance because, as we know, they already kind of touched on the possibility of there being like some like LGBT relationships. If you remember, I think it was in season 5 when they first get to Mistral, we see what appears to be a gay couple. The way that like the way that the couple was, like the one dude was like behind the other one, and they were like kind of like smiling at each other, and it was kind of cute. So that was that, and then of course Ilya, the chameleon girl, she had a long like unrequited love towards Blake, and she was very very jealous at the fact that Blake was pretty much like in love with Adam at the time. So there's a chance maybe that Bumblebee could happen. I mean, it would make the whole entire fandom die. But then, of course, there's a lot of people who really aren't here for the ships. A lot of them think that, some people think that, Rooster Teeth is just kind of catering to people who want to see certain characters on screen together a lot, and that's why we got a whole bunch of Bumblebee scenes. It's the reason why we got a lot of Sun and Blake. It's the reason why we got now people are like shipping Oscar and Ruby, and I'm like, it's kind of weird considering Ozpin is inside of Oscar, and if things happen between them, it's going to be very very awkward. I used to like their ship. Their ship name was Reading Rainbow. I am so upset. I'm glad they changed it. What kind of reading rainbow? What, because she's a chameleon, so the rainbow, and then Blake likes to read books. Y'all need to really. That's so silly. That's funny though. I like it. Um, yeah, no, I'm me with ships. With me. I usually tend to ship the most unlikely characters together, and see what works with that. For me, who do I actually? I don't know who I actually ship in the show. No one. I really don't. At one point, I did ship like Jean and Neptune. That was weird. It was so weird. Hmm. I don't know. I also had this like weird ship of Sage and Scarlet from Team Sun. And then I also shipped Weiss and like I was a Checkmate shipper at one time. I did ship Checkmate. Me too. I only care about Snowbird. I actually do kind of ship Snow. I do kind of ship those two together because it just I don't know that like the fighting scene with the two of them together. I just felt like there was a whole bunch of tension there, sexual tension, and it needs to be explored. Let me stop. We don't know exactly like the history between the two of them, so I hope that they, they might not do it because they're two like very very side characters. Like Crow is a little bit more to the forefront than Winter, but Winter is more of a side character. I feel like they're not going to focus any of their attention on essentially just the one of the main characters' older sisters. Like they're probably not going to do it. It's probably one of the best fight scenes in the show. Probably my favorite fight in Ruby. I pretty much like any fight that Weiss is a part of. Um, the one I actually like the Never Miss a Beat episode with Weiss and Yang against Team Funky. I really liked it. I don't know why. It was just really cool. Like I guess the musician in me really liked Flint, Flint Cole. It was his name, and well, that girl was annoying. That like cat girl, whatever her name was, Neon. She was annoying as hell. I couldn't stand her. And then of course she kept on calling Yang fat. I was like, really, girl? That was messed up. But no, I actually really like that fight. Um, I feel like the fight between Yang and Mercury could have been so like good if the two of them like if we didn't know that Mercury was like planning on, doing some like really underhanded crap. I feel like it was really, really good. I still watch it. They should make Winter this summer. They should make Winter the summer. That makes the Summer Maiden. Listen, that would be so backwards. But it would be so like predictable for them to make Winter the Winter Maiden. Because right now we have spring and fall. Now at the end of 5, I was not expecting for Miss weird. It was like lagging. I was not expecting for Raven to be the daggone spring maiden. I lost my crap at that point. But then I'm just sitting there like Raven is so she's a character that you can easily forget if she wasn't such like a badass in battle. She's a character that you would easily forget because again, her voice actress doesn't do anything for the character. Like she just seems like she's just reading off a piece of paper. Like there's no type of emotion, inflection, or anything really. Like we haven't really seen that much of her, but what I have seen so far, I'm just not feeling it. This just doesn't seem like she cares about anything, which that's kind of the character that she's supposed to have, but at the same time, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not. Um, what is it? What is it that he said? He said now, like the last like huge fight in Volume 5 is between the two bad like voice actors. It's like, stop it. Why would Yang remove her arm to confront Raven and Cinder? Maybe she felt like she could take them with one hand tied behind her back, but she just decided to lose her arm instead. No, there was something that happened, and I think that it was like to distract Mercury and Emerald. Oh, excuse me. I think it was yeah. It was very stupid, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Again, like I said before, I'm going to be doing some live streams while I'm down in Philly. For now, I'm just going to get a little bit of rest. Ooh, gosh, I have to wash my clothes too. So anyway, this was a little fun. This was like, I don't know, most of it was me trying to figure out what I was actually going to talk about because I lost my emails. What the hell? Anyway, I hope everybody has a great night. All right. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.